gravy. And this was from the dietitian who said, this is what you should. And I'm like, how is this possibly healthy? Ham is really, really salty. And then you have all this sugar in this brown sugar gravy stuff that they made. It may taste beautiful and yummy, but how is that healthy for us to eat? So why is the medical community so disconnected? No offense to the medical community.
Because our hospital, the worst food you can find anywhere in the neighborhood is always going to be in the hospital cafeteria, almost always. Hospitals are not nonprofit for the most part. They're for profit. And a place that they can cut is in food. And they get rated on how good the food is. So they're always terrified of serving something that is not acceptable to everyone, like a hamburger or a piece of ham. But I know I've experienced, Lorianne, at going to a class, a diabetes class, and having the dietitian walk in, and she's 250 pounds. And right there you go, I don't think that's where we want to go with this. And so, yeah, it's been a very confused system because hospitals are not selling health.
No.
Never sold health.
Yeah.
And they're still not selling health.
I can say full disclosure, the hospitals around here, like Stony Brook University and stuff like that, they actually have chefs in, and the meals are nicer, and they have whole chicken, and they have like things that aren't dripping in sauce. I always look at, if it's dripping in sauce, they're trying to hide something because it doesn't have flavor. So it's not dripping in sauce, and they actually have beautiful vegetables now. And so full disclosure, some of the hospitals around us are transitioning to that, but there's a cost associated to that.
They're trying. And also we now have more female docs than male in many cases. And women do medicine differently.
Agreed.
Having given birth to 3 children under the old system, all guys, and then watching my daughters give birth under the new system, women, real different. Yeah. Very different. And yes, that's a sexist thing to say, but we can back it up. We've got evidence. We have science. So
that's right. That's right. Truth be told, as you know from your own experience. So men and women listening, think about it. Just think about experiences, with medicine. We have to remember, it's an industry. It is a business. And even though it's the business of medicine, not everybody comes at it with the direction that we all presume. And that's why I will always advocate for you are your best advocate. You know your body if it doesn't work for you. And if you're feeling worse with the medicine that you're being given, stop taking it. Then the side effects, and find something else that's going to work for your system. All of our bodies are different. My sister, we would give her something that should make her go to sleep, and she would walk the halls. We would give her something that would keep her up, and she would be out cold. So you have to know you, and you know you the best. So you're your best advocate.
And the smart thing to do is to stay the heck out of the hospital.
Yes, please.
Everything that we're talking about today, really, in teaching, is how not to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because my youngest daughter is a nurse practitioner. We talk about this all the time. And by the way, they're the ones who have their hands on patients.
Yes. They're so knowledgeable, nurse practitioners.
The docs are limited to 11 to 15 minutes per patient. They are very proscribed as to what they can do. It's the nurse practitioners who are there with their arms around the patients in most cases. So we have, and she's, of course, most of her friends are docs. So we talk about this all the time. Yeah. But staying out of the hospital is your best bet.
Yes.
And the way to do that is to move. Do something. I don't care what. Dance, play pickleball, do push-ups in your living room, have a treadmill thing.
Yes, yes.
You have to do it. And a thing we haven't talked about, but you just mentioned it, sleep. If you are not sleeping, and I talk about this in my book because it's all related. It's one system, one human being. It's movement, sleep, food, all together. And you cannot pull these apart.
Right.
They all function as one system, which is the way allopathic medicine is crazy. You got a liver guy, you have a skin doc, you have a cranium doc, you have an arm and a hand guy. No, no, no. Right. And yes, if you break something, and I have, I'm a horsewoman, so guilty. If you need something put back together, we have a brilliant system for doing that.
Absolutely.
Our mechanics are the best. They're wonderful. And, my hands have been done, and I know but if you're not sick, the way to stay not sick is to stay out of the hospital.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we have to remember food is fuel for our system. It shouldn't be a habit. It's fuel for our system. And it's real important to have that, as is sleeping. Sleeping allows our system to recoup and regenerate and do all the things it needs to do while we're sleeping in a resting position. Whereas other times, the same organs, the same parts of our body are doing other functions to keep us moving during the day. So we need to have that sleep. So you're right, to look at ourselves holistically, be our best advocate, read labels, understand what you're putting in your mouth, why you're putting it in your mouth. Look at reading the labels will just terrify you. Once you read the labels, you'll never put the stuff in your mouth again. If you can't pronounce it, put the box back. Put the product back, because if you can't pronounce it, it doesn't work. Over in England, they don't allow that. It has to be whole food. So it's real important. What's the one new habit that would make a huge difference in someone's health?
Quit sugar now, totally. And what you just said about reading the label is huge. And I'm thumbing through here because I have a whole section on donuts. I want you to make donuts, but I'll tell you how, and they're fabulous and healthy. And here are the ingredients in the donut that you buy.
Holy moly.
And here's the ingredients in the donuts that you make.
It's a huge page of ingredients that you buy, and it's 4 or 5 ingredients for what you make. So that's amazing. Can I see the cover of the book? For those of you listening on radio, you won't see it, but it's absolutely beautiful. Brownies for Breakfast. It's on Amazon, or you can find it with lynnebowman.com. I'm
really proud of what Elise and I managed to do with the design. I think it's fun and interesting. And I designed it so that an 8-year-old or an 85-year-old who hasn't cooked, anybody could cook from it. It's big type. It's easy. Pictures tell you how to do it. And it's uncomplicated. Here's cowgirl caviar, a fave.
Oh, yeah. That's a good picture of you. There's a picture of you sitting on a horse in the book as well. So that's beautiful. It's a lovely book. I love the quit sugar. That's a hard thing to do. It really is.
No, it's not.
Tell me how. Tell me how.
Easy. You just know how to replace it. And I tell you how to replace it. And I will tell all of your listeners right now that if they have not tried allulose, they should do it. Allulose is the one sweetener that nobody has attacked. Nobody has called it out and said it's not good. It's great. And there are others that work well too.
Is it all natural or is it chemical?
All natural. It's not horribly expensive. It comes in a powdered form. It comes in granulated form. It tastes great. Trust me, you will not know that you're not eating sugar, except that it won't make you thirsty and it won't make you sick. And it's no calories.
Why don't we know about this allulose?
Because of the sugar, folks. Because there is this huge, big food, just like big ag, is stacked against you. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist for the most part, but there are buildings in New Jersey full of people whose job it is to keep you eating crap. The craveability industry designs food so that it's addictive. And I'm not making this up. There's science behind the addiction element. You are addicted to sugar. And the way to stop being addicted to sugar is the same way that you stop being addicted to heroin. You stop. You don't cut back. You stop. Because your body will, for a week or two, it'll go, wait, what? Where's my sugar? But you have to get rid of it. And if you're still feeding your children sugar, if you're giving your kids soft drinks or sugary cereals or any of those things, you are abusing your children, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
If you don't know better, you have an excuse, but now you know better. So don't do it.
Can someone get allulose on like an Amazon or in the regular grocery store?
You can get it at health food stores or online. Different brand names. I think one I use is RX Sugar, bad name, but just search for allulose, ALLULOSE. And of course, stop buying those things at Starbucks that are full of sugar and holding them against your gum. Dentists are screaming now because affluent people, professional people who think they're very smart about things are buying these sugary coffees and holding them against their gums all day and wrecking their teeth and gums.
Yeah.
And so the dentists are saying, what's happened here? This whole class of people that ordinarily would have been to the dentist and done all the preventive stuff and their teeth would be fine. They're rotting their teeth out with frappucci's.
Frappucci's. Thank you so much for being here today, Lynne. You're amazing. Quick. What's your why?
What?
What's your why? Why do you do what you do?
Because I need to. I have to. I'm a granny. It's my job.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you all for joining us on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. I hope we've earned the privilege of your time. See us next week. As always, we're going to see you next week on Saturday. Until next time, I'm Lorianne Casdia, Coach Lorianne. Play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up big. Have a great day. Lynne, thank you so much.